Lay back, relax. Lay back, relax. Lay back, relax.
Get the lights down low.
And lay back. Lay back, relax.
Keep it going till the sun comes up.
That damn Instagram, they just don't have no light eyes on their Instagram because they just they go about to slap them up. They do. Oh my gosh! Give an amen for this one.
Yeah.
But no, it's the thing. We knew what you had, and we wanted to keep, helping you to understand your beauty until you realized it.
Until I caught up.
Did you have any insecurities about the way you looked?
Jocelyn?
You were always cute, huh?
Oh, of course. Oh no. I mean, no. I can see, because the thing about one thing I noticed about looks, your insecurities kick in once you start school, because whatever's wrong, whatever is not considered,
they'll find it.
People will tell you.
Yeah.
See, like in other words, if you have a big forehead, right? You don't notice you have a big forehead until you go to school and they tell you got a big forehead.
Exactly.
So I have met like women along the way that's usually younger than me, and they'll say, "Oh, I hate my forehead." And the first thing I say is, "Well, who told you that? Who told you that? Right. Who told you got a big forehead?" And they'll say, "Oh, my brother." So that's where the insecurities come from, because you're not born, huh?
Family.
It's the same way if you're beautiful. It's the same way if you got pretty hair, if you got light eyes. Whatever the good thing is, people will tell you that.
Wait your turn.
Because I always remember that story about when Kanai was about 2 years old. And I told you this recently. Kanai was about 2, and I was carrying her. And we were like in a store, Walmart, Kmart, or whatever. And somebody came up and said, "Oh my God, her eyes are so beautiful. The color is just gorgeous." And throughout her years, I'm sure that she's heard that repeatedly over and over and over again. So whatever it is that's beautiful, or what people perceive beautiful, the world's going to tell you. Same thing about what the world don't perceive as attractive. Right. They're going to tell you. So sure.
But what I found, as I was saying, Mama was the one that instilled my low self-esteem, because she gave me so many horrible nicknames. I was long-haired, squinch eyes, pigeon-toed, long face. And I was like, my God, I am ugly. And I wanted to look like everyone. And I was like, Jesus. But I had to go out into the world to find out. Like, what happened is, my eyes used to bother me. I was like, I wanted to wear sunglasses all the time.
Yeah.
There was no, but my eyes turned out to be my biggest asset.
Isn't that something?
It's the eyes. Everybody said, "Oh my God, your eye." I'm like, oh. Or I remember people say, "Oh, your eyes are funny looking."
Yeah.
So when I started doing makeup, and the first thing the girls would say, "Oh, make my eyes like yours." I'm like, okay, all right. So you can't listen to what people say, what's ugly on you.
Well, you'll learn that as you get older.
But
it's easier to say that. But it's hard to say that when you're younger and you're and you're impressionable.
Yeah.
When you're younger, you're impressionable. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, that's
what I'm saying. As you get older, when you get older, you realize all those things that are an asset that people talked about when you were a kid. Because so when you first start, like you said, when you first start school, because like I said, I didn't realize people thought the color of my skin was bad until I went to school, and people thought,
but that's when it starts.
And tar baby, and then by the time you're a teenager, then they said, "Oh, you'd be pretty if it wasn't so dark."
Right.
Like, well, how am I going to change that?
And you look in the mirror and you go, "Jesus, I don't see what they're talking about." Because I always loved the color of my skin. Me too. I always loved the color,
and I still do.
I couldn't figure out why people didn't think it was attractive. I'm like, I used to look at it like, my skin is so pretty.
But then you realize, like, as you get older, it's a universal thing.
Yeah. I love my skin.
But you know what? But the difference now
that-
with Instagram and social media,
Yeah.
they are pushing. Black people are pushing that now about their melanin skin and these beautiful black, and that social media is changing the way we think about
But
ourselves.
social media also will make even big insecurity, because what happens is they only show the best parts of themselves.
Right.
So now they're saying that at these cosmetic surgery places, people are actually going to them and say, I want to look like I'm filtered. Like they literally are walking saying, I want to look filtered.
Right.
And like they said, well, what do you mean you want to look? I want to look, okay, they'll say, see how I look with this filter on?
Right, yeah.
This is how I want to look in real life. So they're saying that it's also added this amazing insecurity because they're comparing themselves to the next girl who's filtered, who is not perfect. So actually, social media, yes, it does push the positive agenda about melanin, whatever, but it's also doing this other thing where people feel like they got to be perfect in real life.
Right, and that's
what this is what
the problem. You notice what it's doing with the filters. People they can make their nose smaller, and I see a lot of girls who are dark are light skinned now.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Everybody on there is light. So all the dark skinned girls use filters, become white.